can't believe it took me so long to realize that my boyfriend was terrible. I wish I could say there was one moment when I realized things with Blaine were off, but really, it started slow. That sly grin when I'd ask him not to flirt at parties, the quick pivot to telling everyone she's obsessed with me. His friends, Mason, Theo, and Troy, thought it was hilarious. The whole crazy girlfriend shtick. It became Blaine's favorite punchline. September was when it all cracked open. At first, I tried to brush off Blaine's flirting as harmless, even as I hated it. But when he started dancing with random girls at bars, grinning at me across the room, giving out his number right in front of me as a joke, something inside me started to go numb. Confronting him never worked. You're so dramatic. It's just dancing. He'd laugh, shaking his head like I was the most ridiculous person alive. His friends always backed him, not just with words, but with their attention, their encouragement, their pickup artist energy ricocheting between them. Curtis's birthday was the night that really broke me. We showed up together, but Blaine drifted straight to the kitchen, beer in hand, and started chatting up his ex, Tessa. She wore a red dress, all legs and hair and hungry eyes, and Blaine looked all too happy to play her foil. She kept laying her hand on his arm, whispering in his ear, laughing at things that weren't funny. Half the room saw it, the other half filmed it. Mason and Theo, in particular, made sure their phones were always out, recording every laugh, every boundary test. I tried to join Blaine and Tessa's group twice, only to have him turn his back to me both times, or start talking about something wildly mundane the moment I spoke, a constant shifting that made me feel invisible. He ignored me completely. The party was loud, bodies pressed together, music thumping. When I finally caught Blaine's gaze and tried to join again, he shrugged and physically pulled Tessa closer, whispering something I couldn't hear. People beside me started giving me sympathetic glances. Others looked glad it wasn't happening to them. At 11 it happened. Blaine grabbed Tessa by the waist, dipped her backward, and kissed her. Not just a peck, his hands in her hair, her arms tight around his neck for what felt like forever. Mason and Theo were shouting, "Yes, do it!" and then yelling, she deserves it, as they panned their phones toward me. I stood there, every cell freezing. A couple of people turned away, too uncomfortable to watch, but the ring of laughter and jeering kept closing in. I left. No tears, no scene. I just grabbed my coat and slipped outside. The night air felt sharper than any words I could have spit in that moment. My phone started buzzing as soon as I hit the street. First Blaine, then his friends. "You ruined my night. Come back. Apologize to Tessa. Stop being so psycho and dramatic." By the time I made it home, I had a stack of angry, mocking texts, and Blaine had started posting videos to his story, clips of him dancing with women, making out with Tessa, again, all tagged, "This is what freedom looks like," or "Single life is better," with Mason, Theo, and Troy tagged in every post. Then came the pounding at my apartment door just after 2. Blaine, drunk, loud, and unwashed, yelling at me through the door. "Every guy strays. At least I'm honest. You'll forgive me by Tuesday? Watch." I didn't open the door. I didn't answer the dozen calls, or the even more pathetic messages he sent over the next 2 days. First hostile, then weepy, then desperate, then just numb. When he realized I'd gone radio silent, he started recruiting help. Mason sent me a message. "Chill out. Blaine was just messing around, teaching you about relationships." Tessa even tried, emailing to say it was all a misunderstanding. I blocked them, but someone was on my side. Maddie's girlfriend Serena, a quiet observer at the party, DM'd me with screenshots from the guys' group chat. They plotted the whole thing. Bring Tessa, film Blaine pushing me to my limit, bet on whether I'd fight or just leave. It'll toughen her up. She's so uptight, man. She needs this. There were laughing emojis and selfies of Blaine in bed later with the caption, "Single life is treating me well." My parents got involved a few days later. Blaine's mom calling mine, spinning the story that I was unstable, that he was just trying to help me learn to trust. When my mom called, worried, I told her the whole story. She went cold, then furious. When she saw the group chat evidence, she told Blaine's mom exactly what she thought of her son's lessons. That's when Blaine escalated, showing up at my work, pleading for forgiveness, swearing it was a mistake, that he was pressured by his friends. I made sure everyone in the lobby could hear as I told him it was over. Not a break, not a fight, over. He looked stunned, then did what manipulative people do. Blamed alcohol, his friends, even me. But I was so numb by then, none of it landed. I collected every message, every screenshot, and sent them in one big, unfiltered group message to our families and the friends he tried to spin. Sometimes the truth is enough. I didn't need a speech. I let his own words burn him down. When the dust cleared, it was quiet. My family cut him off. His friends quickly unfollowed. The party crowd started whispering about how he wasn't all that. His stories vanished, his ego too. Other girls messaged me, sharing their own horror stories. Turns out I was just the latest. Blaine's last stand was a voicemail, all rage and heartbreak and confusion. "You threw away the best thing you'll ever have." But for the first time, I knew it was a lie. These days, when I think about him, I feel exactly nothing. He wanted to teach me a lesson, to make me the fool. The joke's on him. I'm the only one who learned anything. And my new rule is simple. Don't ever apologize for demanding basic respect. When you stop dancing for someone else's entertainment, the silence is sweeter than forgiveness. And that finally is my win.